Microtransactions are a staple of gaming. Nowadays, you can't find a game that doesn't have them. PC, console, mobile. Microtransactions are just common ground when it comes to games. But sometimes these transactions can be pushed to extremes. In this video, I will take you on a journey of pay-to-win games. So you're playing Pokemon Unite, and you're fighting against a level 5. Well, you're a level 7, easy right? Nope, now you're dead, and the person that killed you is sitting behind the screen laughing at your brokenness. This is pay to win. Over the years, companies have perfected microtransactions. They have learned the psychology of the human brain and have exploited it ever since. Loot boxes, battle passes, in-game currency. Companies have learned that if someone is willing to put so much time in the game, what's a couple dollars to help speed up that process? Pay-to-win games are essentially this. Those who spend the most money will win, and those who are free to play will be at a severe disadvantage, to the point where those who don't spend money won't have a fighting chance. You see the guy that spent $500 of his mom's credit card for online currency? Yep, he's better than you. Well, he may not be better than you skill-wise, but if you guys were to 1v1, he would win by a landslide because he used microtransactions. Whether it's a character or gun or boost, the money he spent allowed him to gain a significant advantage over other players playing the game. And that is what many people hate about the concept. You put so much time and effort into a game just for someone to spend money and have the same progress or even more than you do. It creates a war of free to play versus pay to win, and creates a space of bullying and mostly politics. But all of that aside, how have companies perfected a business model so well that people are willing to break the bank just to say they won in a mobile tournament? Well, first we must look into the different microtransactions and break down the psychology of each. Loot boxes or loot crates are boxes that contain virtual items ranging from customization to gear. Loot boxes have been around for forever, just in another form. Cards, basketball cards, and Magic the Gathering cards have been around since time, but these gambling tactics had not made its way into the video game scene until it was. Loot boxes in video games were first introduced when a Japanese MMORPG would sell randomly chosen items. This would spark a fire. From FIFA to Overwatch to Loot Box Simulator, loot boxes became notorious towards video games. And in theory, loot boxes aren't a bad thing. You open a box and get an item. The problem comes when chance is introduced. Loot boxes are lucrative. They give you a chance to get one of the best items in the game, but only a chance so small that it would take thousands of dollars just to get that item. That's exactly what people do. But loot boxes are addictive. They push the whole pay-to-win model to the extreme. Players pay money to then get a reward, which lets them win, which then gets them more rewards, which makes them win by more, and the cycle continues. Another manipulative way companies get customers to use microtransactions are in-game currencies. In-game currencies can be bought with real money. Some games allow you to earn the in-game currency, but you will never reach the same amount as someone who pays for it. And here comes the problem. In the early 2000s, a game came out called Habbo Hotel. In Habbo Hotel, there were 3 currencies: coins, ducats, and diamonds. Diamonds were only available through spending real money. These diamonds would allow you to purchase exclusive items that those who do not have them could not buy. Other companies started to take notice of the business model and capitalize on it. Microsoft, EA, Supercell would all take notice of the idea. In-game currency would feed into the pay-to-win model because consumers could pay for in-game currency, which allowed them to be better, faster. It allowed them to level up faster, get better upgrades, and spend less time waiting and doing nothing because the game requires you to wait like 10 hours for something to upgrade. In 1997, EA would release a strategy game called Dungeon Keeper, and in 2014, they would release a mobile version. And you know what happens to mobile games? The game became notorious for being pay to win. They even make fun of the idea in the beginning of the game, and that's partially where the idea of games being pay to win come from. I say partially because there is a debate whether some games are pay to win or pay to progress, which we will talk about later, but another game would also follow in Habbo Hotel's footsteps. In 2012, Supercell would release Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans is a mobile strategy game created by Supercell where your main goal is to raid bases, take loot, while also defending your own. With over 500 million downloads as of 3 years ago and a peak daily player base of 7 million players, Clash of Clans is a very well-known game with the well-known premium currency, gems. Clash of Clans was a staple in using premium currency, which gave it that pay-to-win aspect. Being able to speed up upgrades allows players to be better, faster. If you start at Town Hall 1 and grind to Town Hall 13 without upgrading anything else, it would take you 3 years, 5 days, 29 minutes, and 30 seconds. Guess how long it would take you to do it using gems? 11 minutes. It would take you 11 minutes to fully max out your Town Hall. This is a very debated topic as to whether Clash of Clans is pay to win or pay to progress. The definition of pay to win are games that let you buy better gear or allow you to make better items than everyone else at a faster rate, and then makes the game largely unbalanced even for people who have skill in the game without paying. Supercell pushed premium currency, but you didn't think EA would let them be known for it. A year later, EA would release FIFA 13 and would introduce Fifa Points in a game mode called Ultimate Team. Fifa Points allowed you to buy FIFA packs, and FIFA packs allow you to get the best players. Well, a chance to get the best players, which allow you to have better stats, which theoretically made you a better player. Again, there is some debate, but other sports games would also follow in the footsteps of FIFA. Madden would introduce cash, and NBA 2K would introduce VC, or virtual currency. These games are also debated as to whether or not they are pay to win, but this wouldn't be the rise of pay to win if we didn't talk about some real pay to win games. Mobile games have been in a weird state. Most of them are cash grabs and are pay to win. Example A, Modern Combat 5. In 2014, Modern Combat 5 actually launched with a price of $6.99, promising to have no microtransactions in the game. Well, 2 weeks later, the game became free with in-app purchases and added in energy. Energy is like your stamina in the game. Once you start to play, your energy runs down, and this is how most games become pay to win. In order to regain the energy to literally play the game, you must wait or use credits, which can be bought with real money. This is how mobile games become pay to win, by limiting the time you can play the game and forcing you to literally pay to play. Energy systems can be dated back to 2006 with the game called Cogent 9. Other games would take up on the energy/stamina systems such as Candy Crush, Sonic, Mortal Kombat, Marvel, even Kim Kardashian Hollywood, and the list goes on. Why do pay-to-win games exist? Well, the psychology of microtransactions date back to arcade games. Insert coin to continue. We as humans thrive off making progress, whether that's growing up, hitting a milestone, or reaching goals. Progression is looked upon as something great, and companies will play into that. Remember when I said insert coin to continue? Well, remember how that game had a timer? 10, 9, 8, 7. You better insert another coin or you will lose all your progress. And right there, they got you. We as humans react on impulse, so when you are so close to getting that new character, but you have no energy to play, why not buy some? The combination of impulses and progression, no wonder pay-to-win games flourish. People like to win, but winning might take too long. What if there was a shorter option? We call this loss aversion. No one likes losing. Again, humans like making progress, and losing is a setback. So to avoid going down a rank, you might break the bank, and you do it again and again and again, because you gain the satisfaction of winning with no repercussions. They say cheaters never win, but sometimes cheating is legal.